All right, welcome back to Python Simplified tutorial. So we are going to continue from where we stopped last time. Now, I was trying to explain that most times people overrate people because they think that they already know everything. So they don't take into consideration some people who are just coming up, who have no idea or understanding about even programming languages, but they are willing to learn. So we usually think everybody is a pro. So we jump some steps thinking that people already understood. But unfortunately, by my experience, I discovered that many people do not have any idea of foundational knowledge. They don't know anything about elementary part that we are talking about. So how to begin, they don't even know how to start. So that's always often overlooked. All right, so today I want to quickly look at uh, starting Python and the machine learning. So how do we start? So to start, you have to start with installation of the necessary softwares and the libraries. How do I mean? If you are already a pro, you can skip this part. Actually, you can skip it. But for beginners who want to start afresh from scratch, those are those one that this particular section is meant for. All right. So we start by Python. We study Python. All right. That's the first thing you start with. You must install Python first. All right. So, but you don't need to install Python directly. All right. There are several ways you can install Python. If you want to download Python, you can just click on download from here. But you don't need to do that yourself. But after installation, you need to do some configurations, which may not be necessary. You can use Anaconda to install Python directly. You can just click on Anaconda here, right? And through that, Python can be installed. You can easily install Python to Anaconda, all right? So now here you can just you can Google Anaconda actually from here. Yes, you can Google from here. You can also come here also. You can also go to Anaconda website and download Anaconda here. So, and you have to download the free edition. All right, free edition. If you go to download Anaconda to land you into this page, you'll be landed here. So when you come here, just come here and say, okay, you come here, skip registration. You don't need to. If you don't want to register, just skip here. Then it will take you to where you can download. All right, here, this is a Windows edition by default. You click on this one if you are using Windows. If you are using other OS like Mac, you can just open here, then click on it. Or if you are using Linux, you can do the same thing here. All right, so depend on the OS you are using. So for Windows, just click here to download. So when you download for downloading, then you can just, it's very simple to install, very easy to install. Just click on the installation icon. It will install by itself. Follow the basic instructions. They are all default setting there, already checked there by default. Just follow it and install. So when you install Anaconda, automatically you have installed Python. By default, Python is already installed on your system. So you don't need to install Python differently. So you have a lot of bunch of apps that comes along with Anaconda. So how do you access Anaconda? You go to the Anaconda navigator. Here, just type here Anaconda navigator. All right, to show you navigator here. That is where to access it. Then when you click on it, to show you the Anaconda navigator here, to open here for you. This is the navigator here. So here you can browse many other apps here that are already with Anaconda. Come along with Anaconda you can use. All right. So you can create environments, you can learning, go to community and do many other things. You can also log in if you want to log in. But there are many IDEs that are come along with Python that you can use to run your Python. You can see some of them here. For example, I love PyCharm, all right, because it's very professional, because it's very comprehensive. For example, if you go to PyCharm community, you can install PyCharm. This PyCharm environment interface. You can see this PyCharm interface is very advanced, and you can also install PyCharm easily by going to the JetBrain here. So when you log into the JetBrain or just search on Google, PyCharm installation, PyCharm community, because there are so many versions of PyCharm. They are not free, but there's only free version, which is a community version. Click on PyCharm for IDE here. When you click here, to take you to the download section here, but you just don't use this. This is a professional, which is not free. You go down to free edition, which is a download again. So this is where you click on download. So you can see PyCharm here, but not this one. You go down to this one, this PyCharm community edition. This is where you download, okay, from the download icon here. So you can see here, just click on download here to download PyCharm community edition for you. This is free, forever free, and it's very robust, very comprehensive, and very powerful. So you can do this one, and you can also use what they call Spider. Spider is also in the here. You can see Spider here. This Spider, also very close to PyCharm, but it's not as comprehensive as PyCharm. So it's very powerful also for Python IDE. Another Python. We are going to be using actually Jupyter Notebook to run our program. Okay. Another way, so you can actually access your Jupyter. You can click here to run your Jupyter Notebook. You can click here to run it. Or you can go to your console. Command CMD, command prompt. All right. For you to know your PyCharm you are using, you can just type. Python you are using. You can just type Python here. Click press enter to show you the version of you are running. All right. You can test if your Python is properly installed. If you after installation, you can just test and say okay. You can say print. Because I'm already in console and print. Maybe I just say okay. Just type hello Python. So you just print like this, okay. I press enter, so it shows me hello Python. So I have to test my Python installation. So after that, I can just exit. All right, exit this one. Come back here. So I can type here Jupyter Notebook here, Jupyter Notebook here, and click on enter. So when I click on enter, it will open for me automatically. My Jupyter Notebook was already configured to open for me, and I can see my notebook. So when to show me here, I will land just done by default. I will land here by default. So here it shows me all the apps I have. So it will display all these apps for me. All this folder rather for me. All this folder. So I can choose any folder I want to use as my default folder to keep all my files, all my Python files. Or if I don't want to use it, I can go to new here, create folder, a new folder here, and to be created, then I can select it. So if I want to use it, I can just click on maybe desktop, for example. I have folders here, Python workshop. Here I can now click on this folder. So if I click on this folder, I will make this folder open like this. Then I will come here, I will click on Python. So if I click on this now, to open for me here, Python here. All right. So here I can now see my Python running here. So in this case now I can easily run my Python. All right. So this is how you access Python. So now the first thing to do is to install essential libraries, which are very important to start. So I've talked about NumPy in my introduction section for numerical computing. You've got the arrays, maps, and operations. We have talked about Pandas for data manipulation, for data frame. Talk about plot library, basic of plot for plottings, line charts, histograms, and the rest of them. We about Seaborn, advanced statistical visualization to do some advanced visualization of charts. We about Scikit-learn. We call it short form Scikit-learn for machine learning algorithms. So you can just run them here by following this line of code. I want to install all of them together. That's what it means. If I install them together, because I've already installed, I don't need to install anymore. So just type this line of code to install together. I can install one by one using the same line of code. I can just say, okay, type this one first. I install that one. Then I do the same thing for this, same thing for this, same thing for this, one by one. But I want to install all together. I just use one line of code. Everything will be installed at the same time. But to confirm that your installation is complete, is confirmed, you have to verify your installation. So what do? You type this you import each of them. For example, NumPy as NP. You can use any default constructor you want to use instead of NP. But these are just a general conversion. For each of them. So they have their own Pandas for PD, Matplot library for PLT, and so on. So you can just use that to check. So if I import each of them one by one now, and now I can run this to confirm if they are truly installed successfully. If I run this line of code, now I can just click here and click on run. If I click on run now it shows me all libraries installed successfully, which means everything has been well installed. All right. So I don't have no problem. So now in this case, I can now proceed to begin to use my Python. Okay. So this primary library now are essential for us to run machine learning. Very, very important. So that though we are going to install more libraries as we go gradually, as their need unfolds. So, but for now, we are going to just install the basic library that we need to start with. So as we journey further, any library that is we need, we bring them in and install them. Python is full of libraries, and that is what makes it more interesting. So this is just introduction to Python, getting started with Python. So in the next class, we will start Python introduction to Python environment. I mean, how to variables and data types and the rest of them. We start with that. So thank you so much for listening. If you enjoy this, you can just click on like and share, and see you in the next class. Bye for now.